What's going on, guys? It's Kevin from Wolf Strings, and today we'll be talking about the Laxroom carbon shaft. So this is Laxroom's version of a carbon fiber shaft, and I'm really excited to be offering this at Wolf Strings because it is such a high value shaft for such a low cost. This starts at $50, and we offer them on our website right now, wolfstringslacrosse.com. Check out the link below to pick one up today. So even though this is a $50 shaft, it by no means compromises any type of strength or material or anything like that. To me, this is very, very comparable to the ECD carbon. And I'll go over some of the similarities in a second, but the main difference between this and the ECD carbon is going to be the flex profile. I would call this a 1 or a 2 on a flex profile system, whereas the ECD carbon, is a 5. So it's just a general mild flex in the ECD carbon. The Laxroom carbon, though, is very minimal flex. There's just a tiny bit of flex when you squeeze into it with your hands here, and that's good because when this thing will take a check, it'll flex just a tiny bit and just enough to distribute the force along the entire shaft, so it's not going to break. But it stays stiff when you go to shoot hard with it, and to me that means better accuracy. So when a shaft is flexible at the top and has all this snapback technology and stuff like that, to me that just means it's going to be less accurate because too many variables are moving around up top here to have that ball fly out in the same direction every time. With a more flexible carbon fiber shaft, you might get a little more power and speed behind your shot, but I'd rather take a more accurate stick over a faster stick any day, simply because I'm not someone that shoots a whole lot. But at the same time, when I do shoot, I want it to be where I put it. I don't want to be missing the cage by a mile or two. So I'm really happy that Laxroom kept it as a stiffer shaft and not something that's super crazy flexible. But also, this is very, very strong. Like I talked about how it will absorb the force of a check, because of the small flex. But also, because of the weight, it makes it a stronger shaft. It's not a super heavy shaft. It only weighs 172 grams. But when you compare that to the ECD carbon, that's a 158 gram shaft. So this is just slightly heavier, and to me, slightly heavier means stronger. So again, this is just over 170, ECD carbon is just under 160. Not a huge noticeable difference in your hands as far as the weight goes, but I definitely think there would be a noticeable difference in the strength. The grip of this shaft, again, is really comparable to the ECD carbon. Just a mild sandblasted raised texture, and I've been using this for about 2 weeks now and I haven't noticed any wear on it. And if you've ever picked up the ECD carbon, it has a very similar feeling to it. The graphics on this is just like every other Laxroom shaft, super simple Laxroom logo up top and then really clean all the way through, and then at the bottom we have the material it's made out of, Laxroom's website, and then the Laxroom butt end. It only comes in black right now, and then we have only the standard profiles. On Wolfstring's website, Laxroom also offers this in a concave version. But let me show you on this other one here the profile of it. This is just a standard octagonal profile, so really standard for lacrosse. It'll fit on every head, every style of head. And it's just going to work nice with any system you're using right now. So a couple of other ways that Laxroom is able to get this at such a low cost is, one, they don't drill and tap the backside for the screw head or the head screw. And I forgot to mention this in a few of my other Laxroom review videos, but they don't do this in any of their shafts. And if they were to, that would add labor to the shaft, meaning the cost is going to go up. And I don't mind drilling and tapping my own shaft. That way when I put my head on it that I want to use on this, I know that screw hole is going to line up correctly because I drilled and tapped it myself. So no screw hole in the back. Some of the finish on the inside is unfinished. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera. This is not a huge deal because the head will cover this anyways, but just on the inside there are just a few unfinished spots. But again, not a big deal. No one will ever see that. And why put more labor into this to bring the cost up to kind of smooth out the inside when no one's even going to notice it anyways. And then they just keep it really clean, not a whole lot of extra graphics, not a whole lot of extra paint, just all to try and keep the cost really low. and I think they managed to put out a pretty cool product at a really great value. So again, guys, I'm really excited to offer this shaft. I really hope you guys pick this up from our website, and let me know what you think about the Laxroom shaft. If you already use it, or if you're curious about using it, if you have any questions, definitely leave a comment below and I will get back to you on that, because I'm going to continue to use this and maybe do an update review on it. I just don't see any issues with strength, no issues with wear and tear. I think it's just going to hold up really well. So yeah, guys, I'd like to know what your thoughts are on this, and please subscribe to the Wolf Strings YouTube channel. Throw this video a like if you like the information, and I'll talk to you guys next time.